Hello there. Now, the following video is the Evil Dead movie club episode, Evil Dead 2 movie club episode. But I didn't do a lot of editing because I kind of felt lazy today. So I kind of got lazy halfway through the recording as well. Just kind of puttered out, realized I got to that 15-minute mark. And don't think I'm not enthusiastic about Evil Dead 2, but movie club is going to be an easy one this week. Enjoy. Peace. Klaatu, Verata. Hey guys, how's it going? Just doing a little bit of light reading here. Today's episode, this is Movie Club. Welcome to Movie Club. Today's episode is for Old Evil Dead 2. Now, I picked this movie because it's been a while since I've watched it, a couple years. And this one was always kind of like the first Evil Dead movie, which that's what this is. This is a DVD for the first Evil Dead. The first Evil Dead movie is very low budget. Sam Raimi, the director of like the, early 2000s Spider-Man trilogy. He's doing a new Doctor Strange movie for Marvel Disney. Him and his buddy Bruce Campbell and a couple more of their friends, they got together on a small budget and made a short movie called Within the Woods, and then they used that to find investors who eventually gave them the money to do Evil Dead. And then they did this movie. It got a lot of rave reviews. Stephen King actually helped out, kind of spreading the word that it's a great movie. Then they got a budget and made Evil Dead 2. Now, this movie, it's all like the first movie is like filmed on location. Looks, you can tell it's filmed in a cabin. Things feel a little bit more legitimate. This one kind of has a surreal quality that has like almost like a stage play kind of feel about it. Like for instance, the scene in the movie where all the furniture is laughing at him. It feels kind of like a play, like you're looking at a stage play, which actually reminds me, I went one year to Las Vegas and saw the Evil Dead the musical, and that was pretty fun. It had a lot of blood, it had a lot of fun songs and stuff, but yeah, just kind of a silly thing that exists because of Evil Dead and all of its fandom. But anyways, Evil Dead 2, this one serves as kind of like a semi-sequel where you could watch the first movie and then this picks up, kind of rewrites a few things where it's just Ash and his girlfriend versus the first movie, which is like a group of five kids or 4 kids, I don't even remember. 5 kids. It's 2 couples and then Ash's sister. Anyways, this movie rewrites that to be just Ash and his girlfriend going to the cabin. And then kind of picks up from there once he gets flung through the air and turned into a demon, which that always kind of bugged me a little bit. Like, I don't ever want to see Ash as a demon, but I guess the seeds were planted early on because there's a bad Ash who shows up in Evil Dead 3 Army of Darkness. Bruce Campbell versus Army of Darkness. That bad Ash is the villain of this movie. He's kind of like a Skeletor, whatever. It's pretty cool. I highly recommend checking out Army of Darkness if you've never seen it. But surprisingly, the one that least people have seen is either Evil Dead 2, I guess, or the first one. This movie, I think both of these were actually NC-17. So, not a good, just being at regular movie theaters. It was the kind of thing you had to go to like a drive-in theater or something to go see these movies. Anyways, back to Evil Dead 2. This one, Ted Raimi, Sam Raimi's brother, he's in a lot of his movies. He plays Henrietta, the witch down in the cellar. And that was always kind of fun. It's fun to picture, you know, him as the director. He gets to like kind of torture his actors, like Bruce Campbell. He talks about a lot in his book, which I'll get to that in a minute, but kind of tortures the actors and throws crap at them and swats them with like sticks and stuff to get a good performance out of them. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's just fun to think of him filming with his brother and his best friend, and they're just making these amazing, you know, iconic horror movies. But yeah, anyways, bringing me on to Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell, I've always kind of idolized him since I was a kid. He was Briscoe County Jr. to me, and you know, I a few years after, you know, I was still way probably too young to have seen it. I saw Army of Darkness as a kid, and I absolutely loved it. It was like the most bonkers, crazy thing I had ever seen. I think I was in like maybe fourth grade. I think I was in fourth grade when I saw Army of Darkness. Third grade when I saw Briscoe County Jr., but fourth grade, Army of Darkness. And it changed the way I looked at Bruce Campbell. He was now just this awesome, badass hero. You know, I kind of thought of him the same way, like, you know, kids might think of like Duke Nukem or the Doom Marine, you know, or the Halo Master Chief. He kind of has that just hero status to him. But anyways, he wrote this book, this autobiography, which actually talks about the making of this trilogy. And there's a little more to just this trilogy than to Army of Darkness or Evil Dead. Anyways, this book is awesome. It's amazing. It's funny. I think there's an audiobook version of it read by Bruce Campbell, but there's a lot of, like, you know, maps and images and captions and funny things that you might miss out on an audiobook. So definitely get the book. And I actually just realized I'm handling this thing like crazy. This is actually autographed by Bruce Campbell. It says "Stay Groovy." Ooh. So I got this while I was in Chicago when I was younger. I had a job where I was working out there, and he came to town, and I was like 20 at the time, maybe 20 or 21. But anyways, I went to a book signing for his new book, which was Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way, which is a fictionalized story using himself, the real Bruce Campbell, as a character in his fictionalized story. And it's just this bonkers little adventure that Bruce Campbell gets himself into, and it's awesome. But anyways, the story there is I went to the book signing, and to get in, you had to buy a copy of the book, and you could bring one other thing for Bruce to sign. So I brought this in, and I bought my copy. And when I got up to meet him, you know, I'm nervous as all hell. And I had just seen a few other, like, iconic horror actors, like the guy from The Hills Have Eyes. I'll maybe find a picture of him, but he was there, and I had just seen him, and I'm seeing these cool, you know, B-movie horror icons just walking around, and it's awesome. But anyways, I'm waiting in line to see Bruce, and I'm like, oh my god, what is he gonna think of me? I paid money to come and see him. He's gonna think I'm a freak. He's gonna think I'm crazy. But I'm just a super mega fan. Anyways, I get up to meet him, and my plan is I get the book signed for my brother. So it says, "Hey Patrick," and he signs it. And I actually sent that book home to Salt Lake to my brother. And he, meanwhile, went to meet Bruce Campbell in Salt Lake City book signing, and got this book signed in Salt Lake and sent to me in Chicago. So pretty cool. It would have been neat to have got him to, like, sign the book twice or something like that, but the timing didn't quite work out. But anyways, this book's fun, but this one's a really good look at, like, filmmaking in general. And, you know, a lot of Bruce Campbell's life, I just realized that this is turning into the Bruce Campbell show. But anyways, hey, welcome to the Bruce Campbell show. Anyways, he's kind of got that, like, Gaston, like, manly man, you know, kind of thing going on that I guess, you know, little boys can look up to a little bit. Not a really good role model, but you know what I mean. and it kind of appeals. He's got that He-Man, you know, big strong jaw, you know, if chins could kill, you know. Anyways, I love Bruce Campbell. He's really fun to follow on Instagram right now, by the way, as of 2020. He's always posting stuff. He's a funny guy. Anyways, back to Evil Dead. Here's the books. Oh, the last thing from my little book signing adventure was I got my picture with him, and I'm wearing a GiveMeBackMySon.com shirt because you got to represent. I'm meeting with I'm rubbing elbows with the big boys, you know. But it was kind of silly. He told me this story of him and a bunch of bikers in, I think it was Vernal, and because he could tell I was nervous, so he told me a story. He's like, you know, once I was in Utah and a bunch of bikers, they didn't know who I was, and then they found out who I was, and they bought him, you know, a bunch of drinks and stuff. But for a minute, he said he thought he was going to get the crap beat out of him. So just, you know, for existing, I'm not sure. It was like almost 20 years ago that I met him. I think it was like 15. Anyways, it was. Let's see if it says on the back. I don't see a date.
So I'm just going to go ahead and waste everybody's time finding out when this book came out. Oh my gosh, where's the freaking... Excuse me, I'll have to probably just edit this little portion out because I'm the worst, and I'm just going to keep going because...
It's the worst. 2005. So this was 15 years ago. 15 years ago, baby Magnus and Bruce Campbell. Anyways, back to Evil Dead 2. I like this movie a lot. It serves as a really weird launching point because Evil Dead 1, the way that movie ends, it goes right into Evil Dead 2. And then Evil Dead 2, he opens the portal at the end and sends the evil back in time. And there's that kind of weird, the knights and horses and wizard stuff. So anyways, this movie... Sam Raimi is the knight who's like, the chosen one from above, hail, hail, at the end. Anyways, I'm getting a little sidetracked. What I meant to say is I wanted to introduce the Evil Dead TV show, which it's all on Netflix right now, season 1, 2, and 3. Very rated R. I would almost say rated NC-17. There's some stuff in that show that I've seen that I haven't seen in any theatrical, you know, horror movie. Anyways, really good stuff. The first episode of the first season is directed by Sam Raimi and acts as a really good launching point for that TV show. It's a good, like, here's what Ash has been up to. And it's a really good kind of mini Evil Dead movie. Anyways, I highly recommend that if you're looking for more Evil Dead stuff. Here's this cool coloring book, adult coloring book for Evil Dead 2. You know, I'll bring it closer just to show you. It's pretty neat. I'm running a little short on time, but this movie's great. Holy crap. Trying to do this and keep it to 15 minutes. I don't want to film a bunch and then cut a bunch out. So anyways, now I'm wasting time explaining this to you. I love Evil Dead. I love Army of Darkness. I know I didn't do Evil Dead 2 justice here today because I just ran out of time. It's, you know, anyways, thanks for coming and hanging out and talking about Evil Dead. I should do some sort of special where I actually do, you know, the whole thing, but anyways, it's been fun. I'm out of time. I got a lot going on this week. I promise, you know, next week we're gonna do the Batman what is it, Dark Knight Rises, and when I come back and do that one, I'll try to do a little better job. But I don't want to apologize, but I kind of just have a lot going on. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Come and hang out at Movie Club next week. I'll get better at doing these as we go forward. Anyways, peace, love you guys, have a good one. Work shed.